Now we're
Oh,
live.
now we're live. All
What's up,
right.
guys? Welcome
How's it
back to
going,
the Gamble Smart
everybody?
channel. Hope you guys are having a good time. Let me put this in front of me real quick. And yeah, so we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff tonight. We're going to do a recap of our G2E Las Vegas trip as well as our meetup. And we're also going to talk about Jody, my lovely wife here, got to hang out at Fountainbleau.
Yeah.
And she got to go to some spa treatments there. And then Dave and I had some food there, played a little tiny bit, and then we got out. But we're going to talk a little bit about what we thought of the property. And then, as always, we're going to answer your questions. So while you guys are listening to us, go ahead and start thinking of those questions. We're going to try to pick the ones that have not been answered before tonight, and see if we can get some of those
information.
See if we can get some really good questions in here tonight. So, but as always, guys, I do want to say, and then I'm going to turn it over to Dave. It was such a pleasure and honor to meet everybody that came out. I know that you guys spent a lot of money, a lot of time away from work and family and everything like that to come out to our event. We considered it a tremendous success
Awesome.
with how many people showed up, and seeing you guys kind of get together and meet up and make friends, and hopefully lasting friends for the rest of your lives. That's what it's all about, guys. It's all about the community. I know you guys were there to see us, but everybody was there to see everybody else. That we're part of a big community here, and I think that's what separates us from a lot of other channels, and we really do appreciate that very much. And I hope you guys enjoyed all the swag. It was a lot of work from Dave to get all that together for you guys, and we hope you enjoyed it and had fun. It's lots of fun. I saw a lot of you guys playing the coin slots there. And then for you guys that came and walked with us at G2E, I know it was kind of crazy. It was the first time we've ever seen IGT with a wall up. That was
different.
They've always been completely open to just walk in. And so we were getting stopped right off the bat when the plan was to have all of our group go in there, and unfortunately they didn't allow that this year. I wish I would have known about it ahead of time, but that's all right. We had to kind of adjust.
Katie and I just walked in and started playing, and nobody stopped us.
It's because you were wearing the shirts. You got approval after that. But anyway, Dave, what do you think? What do you think of last week?
It was tired. Absolutely amazing. Oh, I am still exhausted. Yeah. If you were there and you wondered, when is Dave sleeping? Dave wasn't sleeping. It was almost, I want to say I went about 48 hours plus with about 3 hours of sleep. So it was just go, go, go. I am really sorry I didn't get to talk to everybody I wanted to talk to. You can definitely tell it was our first year of doing this because we're just making it up as we go along. And obviously there were things that went wrong, but there's also things that went right. We learned from it. We're already planning for next year. I mean, we're going to do this again, and we're going to do better than we did last year for sure. The other thing was, it was so great talking to everybody and just meeting everybody. And what was awesome was that a lot of you guys, you've been talking online with each other, but you didn't know each other before this. And then you put the face to the name, and then you guys just sort of went off on your own and did all your own stuff too, which was so great. I just talked to Katie, and she's like, her and Donna are the bestest of friends, and they were doing this and they're playing that. I'm like, that's great. A bunch of ladies went out to be Hell's Kitchen, and they had some fun there. Awesome. That was a great dinner, I heard. And apparently there's this cake that was amazing, like life-changing cake.
It's like bread pudding, toffee bread pudding of some kind.
That sounds amazing. Oh, and I found out some great information. Did you know that it is free to subscribe to YouTube? So you can subscribe to our channel for free. Apparently there's some confusion going on about if it costs to subscribe to a YouTube channel, and it does not. It's free. And it was that Twitch, you can follow someone for free, but you can't subscribe. You have to pay to subscribe to them. And so we're working on some verbiage there. So yes, it is free to subscribe to our channel. Please do so. We just passed 60,000. Our 1 year anniversary is 2 weeks away even. We haven't even hit it yet.
Yeah.
So we are thinking, absolutely, we are in gear for next year. If you didn't make it, start making plans now. It's October 6th through the 9th, 2025. And we will be there. 100% we'll be there.
That's right.
Jody can't make it though, but the rest of us will be there.
Can't get rid of me that quickly.
Oh yes. So let's. I don't know if Dave wants to share, but I wanted to share kind of my budget and how it worked out in the end. I came with $1,000, and I ended up coming home with 2,200. So it was overall pretty successful event. I hit. It was a hand pay. It was a little over $1,000. Just the second machine I played. Jody went to go get some cash, and by the time she got back, there was a tenant paying me.
Happens every time.
I know.
Bam.
It was on a $10 bet, so it's pretty crazy. But New York, for some reason, all the newer machines that they're putting out, they're setting the hand pay limit at $1,000, not $1,200. I didn't have to do tax papers or anything like that. They just came and paid me. But that's interesting that they're starting to do that. So that put me up within the first hour I was there. And so I took that original 1,000 that I came with my budget, and I went and stuffed it away. And I didn't touch that at all. So I was playing off of that hand pay money the whole time. Actually, I was $300 more, but she stole it from me. So I need to add that to my 2,200. I was actually 2,500, but she stole some money.
I took the $300 and I stuffed it in one of Donna's envelopes, and
you told me you needed play money. That's why I gave it to you.
I'm the lockbox he doesn't know about.
That's all right. But it was quite it was a lot of ups and downs. Did well at some properties, did terrible at others. Funny enough, at Slots of Fun, I was probably my worst out of all of them with Slots of Fun. But it did pretty good at Four Queens, kind of broke even. We did really good at, where were we? Caesars. We were at Caesars for a little while.
Yeah.
Did well there. We did well at Circus before the event. Just kind of hopping around. We went to a lot of different casinos, just kind of played mostly quarter games, some dollar games, and just, it was a pretty good run. So I don't know, Dave, you want to share how you did?
I brought a little bit more than Doug did. I brought $2,000. $1,500 was my gambling, $500 reserve. I was on a free fall down, like just rock sinking. I hit a hand pay on double top dollar that like second day, I think.
Right. Yeah.
I want to say it was early Sunday before we went to Circus and dropped stuff off. And that was like, okay, I'm back up. I'm doing good. I'm healthy now. And then I started writing that down again. Four Queens wrecked me. But then on like the last night, I hit another hand pay, and I got a $500 before the live ended. And then I was just like, okay, I'm going to put $200 in another machine that I was kind of feeling. And I rolled that up to about $1,200. No taxes on it. Just straight up roll it up.
Nice.
And so I left about 300 ahead. So I was doing pretty good. I was like, okay, I'm good. I had a lot of fun. Susan and I had a great time on Thursday afternoon, just sort of hanging out, playing different stuff. We had the Bailey's milkshake, which isn't really a milkshake. It's more of a frosty. It was good. It was strong, but it was good. That was O'Shea's. And then I think we were playing Ultimate Texas Hold'em there, and just cashed in 100, was up to about 120, down to about, I think, the felt. Yeah. And I rolled it back up to 100 from there. And I was like, I'm out. I'm done. I cashed out even. And that was the last gambling I did, except for the airport, which I actually sent Mark a picture of it. I hit on quarter Wheel of Fortune, 10 credits to spin. I hit 700 and something quarters. And I was like, this is a good time to stop. And
yeah, on the way out, right?
And then it was Misty, Liz, and I were on the same flight out. Liz sat in the middle of us like a child.
Yeah.
And we sat on that tarmac at the gate for, I want to say it was at least an hour. And then we sat on the tarmac in line, 35th in line to take off for another hour. So it was 2 hours late. We didn't land until midnight. And we were supposed to land.
What airline was this?
I knew that was coming.
It was American.
No, it was not.
It was so. This was not Southwest fault. This was actually Milton's fault.
it wasn't Southwest fault.
It was fallout from Milton because a bunch of
Oh.
planes were still being redirected,
Uh-huh.
and there's construction in Dallas. They had a runway down.
Oh, I see.
So
okay.
it was a lot of different things. It was not Southwest fault.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, we got a super chat from Lucky Ginger Slots. Thank you, Lucky Ginger Slots. Hey, all, does MGM go bit free play?
Go bit like big.
Go big free play?
I don't know.
Okay.
Not sure what you meant there.
Ginger, birthday free play. There he is. Birthday free
birthday.
play. No, So
Good.
I just saw that advertised. It's still on their page. That birthday free play is still there, but they're not giving it out. Last time I checked,
I didn't get it
Like
the last year. I didn't get
right.
it, and I don't think I got it the year before that either.
I
think last 2
believe they
years
got
I've
rid
got
of it, but it's still on the website. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, and another news that there was the resort hopper where you went to 3 different properties, did any kind of spend, and you got points. You had to be sent this offer. This offer was not for everyone, even though it's on their webpage. You can easily browse to it and see it. I think there's a lot of confusion going on there, and I feel really bad for the players, club staff, the rewards desk, because she said people have been coming up them all day and about this and that, like what's on the website. That's really confusing to people. So,
Yeah.
but she gave me some points anyway, so I was good.
That's kind of typically what you're seeing with MGM right now. Is they're slowly kind of eating away, eroding the comps and the offers that they've had. They just recently did away with the flight cashback. It's now free play. I mean, it's at least they're still doing it, but I still think the cashback was better. They want you to play it away, right? So, but they're slowly kind of just eating away, and it looks like the holiday gift shop points have been eroded again this year.
Oh,
so it's
not
like,
that I have enough.
Yeah, they just keep doing that. So it's unfortunate. They're not really replacing it with anything. They're just trying to take away what they can. And of course, everybody's free play has gone down across the board, stuff like that. So,
and we saw a banner at G2E that says free play costs casinos $37 billion a year.
Yeah, but how much are they making off of that, though? And I don't think it's that much either.
That's marketing budget for these casinos. That comes out of the marketing budget. And I don't believe it's costing the casinos $37 billion. I think maybe they're giving out $37 billion.
Yeah, what they need to do is figure out how much of that is actually being converted,
right,
to cash, and how many people literally go and use their free play and then walk out and they don't use any of their money. That's not a likely scenario.
Right,
free play is to get you playing. It's to get you started.
It's to get you there. Once you're there, yeah. I really believe that 37 billion is what they give out in free play, and I got to imagine that the conversion rate across the U.S. is maybe 20%.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
I was going to say 10%.
And then that rest of that 90 or 80% or 90% are putting in at least what they got in free play of their own money.
Yeah.
So there's definitely profit going on there. I don't really believe that $37 billion is costing.
Tuna Dude, 1999 super chat. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate it.
Thank you, Tuna Dude.
Thank
Awesome.
you so much.
Very nice of you guys. You're always so generous. We really do appreciate it. Before we get on to,
it does help the channel. We're not out there trying to score drugs.
No, we don't gamble with channel money.
Yeah.
So I guess the other thing is what I wanted to cover was not just how our budget went, but kind of how we did it. I think a lot of people want to know what is your mentality when you go and you play, and when do you know when to stop, and how are you coming back with that money, right? And the quick answer I'm going to say right off the bat is it doesn't always happen that way. Okay.
Oh no.
We both had success this trip, but we've had plenty of trips where that's not been the case, right? We lose our budget. That's fine. We plan to lose it anyway, right? When we left,
and that's what we budgeted
planning
for.
to lose that money.
Yeah.
And if it was gone, it was gone. We weren't going to tap anymore, but sometimes it doesn't work out. But how do we do it really? So I think the key thing, especially what Dave and I do more than anything is we bounce around a lot. We typically do not stay on a single machine for longer than a couple of minutes. We're setting our floor and our ceiling. We're figuring out, we'll play this up to 150 or down to 50, and then we'll get up and walk. Sometimes it's completely to a different casino. Sometimes it's to a different machine inside of that casino. But that breaking up that, I want to say the word monotony. Okay, it's supposed to be entertainment, but sometimes when you're playing a slot, it does get monotonous where you feel like you're just chasing and chasing and chasing and not getting a win. You just refuse to get up until you get a bonus or something like that. And that's very difficult, right? And so really the key to our success and why we do better more often than we do, well, I would say we never do better more often than we don't. That's gambling. But the reason that we're successful a lot of the times is because we are practicing those breaks, getting up, walking to different machines. Like Dave mentioned earlier, we have feelings. We have it sometimes. We're just walking through a casino and suddenly we'll look at a machine and be like, let's give it a couple spins, and we'll do it and then get up and leave. And we did it at Caesars. We sat down, I put 100, turned it into 200 left. So I was $100 up at Caesars. We went to the next property. I did the same thing. I put $100 in, got it up to 200 left. All that stuff adds up. Like, I'm not looking for the big hand pay.
Right.
But that stuff adds up over time if you just work on doubling your money and not going crazy after that, not raising your bet or going to the high limit room or playing riskier machines. Like, if you're having fun just casino hopping and taking that money and spreading it out, you'll be amazed. I had more money in my wallet when I came back each day than I thought I did. And that's a good feeling, right? Because I forgot that I kept doubling my money over and over and over again. And it's really important to kind of break that down too, where you're not just playing off of a very large ticket. So if you did work the ticket up to 200, 300, 400, whatever, I typically cash the ticket out. And then the next time I go play another game, I put a fresh 100 in. I don't put the $400 ticket in. I really try not to do that because it's a lot harder to stop when you see those credits at 397 or 355. It's hard to stop that. But if you're at 100, once you're in 100, you're gone. You just said, well, I didn't do a double up on this machine. That's all right. I'm going to move on. So try to think about those things when you guys go to the casino, especially a trip like Las Vegas, where there's a lot of properties to play at, a lot of machines to choose from, a lot of games to play. Pace yourself. Don't stick at a game and say, I'm going to conquer this game until it coughs up a bonus or a progressive or something like that, because that is a losing proposition. You got to get in, play, set your limits, and then get off and go do something else. So,
and give your winnings to your wife.
Yeah, give your winnings to your wife.
He didn't say that. Was forcibly said. That was coerced.
I was echoing her just to save my marriage.
Not allowed in court. And we got another super chat from Low Budget High Limit Slots. Thank you both for what you do to the slot community, truly making a difference. We really do appreciate that, and we work hard at that. We work hard to.
Yeah.
It was coming close to making Mark and I cry when people were just telling us how much they've improved and how they listen and they start to do, and that really hit hard for both of us. It was.
That's why we do it. Yeah,
exactly. The second part is, what's your favorite G2E new slot coming? I've got 3 total that I will say I'm looking forward to coming. Obviously, the Top Shot.
Top Shot.
Top Stop. Yep. Top Stop. Top Shot.
Top Shot.
Top Shot. I always want to say stop.
Top Shot.
Stop it. Very arcade style. We got that on that video. The other is the 5-line, 5-reel, 9-line Top Dollar, the brand new one, which I am still amazed that they brought back. And they brought back 6 other 5-reel games too.
Yeah.
They didn't just bring back one.
Yep.
They have
a lot of the red hot jackpots. I don't know if you guys remember that one. They're bringing that one back. Not only that, but the 3 reels. We didn't get this in the videos, but they have red, white, and blue is coming back.
And the Diamond RS.
They're bringing back all the classics, so we're going to start to see those in the newer cabinets. And it's the same math, guys. Like, if you see double diamond, single pay line, and it's in a different cabinet, like it looks new and fresh and all that kind of stuff, it's the same math as the old one. It has to be. By rule, they cannot take a game that has been published, like Double Top Dollar, and take it off, change the math, and put it back. and call it
If you get
the same
recertified
game.
and everything else,
They have to
and
change
it's a
something to
pain.
it. They have to add pay lines. They have to add
Yep.
different bonus rounds or whatever. They have to change something in order to do that. So they can't take a game that you've already played and understand and then secretly take it off and reprogram the math and then put it back on. That's not allowed. They have to change the name. They have to add more puff or extra puff. They have to add something to the name to make it different. So just because you see a game that you remember playing in those very old cabinets returning in the new cabinets, they're going to play exactly the same as the old ones that you're used to. So just something to look out for.
And the third game, which we did not get any footage from because it was in Light and Wonder, and you can't record in Light and Wonder, was Dracula, a new turn on Frankenstein. But I was super impressed that they in no way copied Frankenstein. I mean, there's a couple of elements I'd say from Frankenstein, but it's its own game. Completely different bonus. The theme is great. The graphics are great, just like Frankenstein. I'm looking forward to playing it. I think it's going to do really well. And it's like those three games. I think they're going to be hits. I hope they are anyway. Ooh, I had one more thing I wanted to show. The Skyscraper edition was also the high rise. Yeah, Skyscraper. Huff and Puff high rise.
Raise your hand if you guys are tired of all these variants coming out of Huff and Puff.
Okay.
They were doing one a year, right? And now suddenly there's like 5 new ones.
I will say I am not a fan of the game. However, the bonuses are different enough to where it's not just hats dropping and all that. They actually put some new stuff in there. But otherwise, it's a. Oh, and I did want to show everybody. This is going on the store soon. This is the new laser engraved version. It will be on the store separate. So that is all laser engraved because I wanted to show that off. That came in after while I was at G2E. Like, I gotta show this off.
What
game did you show me that you have coming in? I'm not supposed to say anything.
Man, Bob.
Oh my God, Bob.
Bob, you got to chill, man.
Dang, Bob, we appreciate
50.
Thank you, Bob, so much. If you get one of Bob's memberships, you make sure to say thank you, Bob, because Bob has been outstanding in throwing out these
guys.
memberships.
He spends money on this. This is not
this is costing him money.
He's paying for your gifted membership to our channel, which gets you a lot of extra perks. We got a chat channel. He basically wants everybody in the chat channel. Is what he's saying. So after the first off, thank you so much, Bob. He's always been helpful to us, so we really do appreciate it. If you guys, I wonder if they put a cap on that. Bob, don't test that.
Why'd you even bring that up?
I don't know. I'm just rambling at this point. But seriously, guys, after the stream ends tonight, I will make a community post for all you that got memberships. I'll make a community post that will show up only for members, and it will give you a summary of all the goodies that you get, as well as a link that you need to use in order to join our Discord chat and enjoy it. There's a lot of extra stuff there. Thank you, Bob.
Make sure you have it set up to where you can get the free memberships.
Well, it's too late now because you already gifted them.
But next time, make sure it's set
Thank
up.
you, Bob.
Thank you so much.
All right.
There's
what?
Oh, I'm trying to go back here. So this is from Majestic Slots. This is Jason, who's starting his own slot channel, Majestic Slots. So go give him a check out. I think he's got 2 videos up now. Give him a subscribe. Actually, super great meeting you, Jason. I hope you do well on the channel. Hopefully you got a bunch of content. But he also liked the Dracula game too. Look, Bob even posted beforehand. Is everyone's YouTube set up to receive free memberships?
Yeah, he always kind of preps people. Yeah, that's true. All right, guys, keep asking your questions, but we're going to shift gears now to talk about our experience at Fountainbleau.
Fontainebleau.
Yeah, Fountainebleau, as Jody calls it. So she's going to explain why. We ended up getting her a spa treatment there. And for all you ladies out there that like to check out the spas and that kind of stuff on the properties.
Or gentlemen.
Or gentlemen.
Or gentlemen. Guys can get treatments too.
Ladies.
Okay.
Over to you.
Jody, I got a preface question. Actually, you can throw this at any time you want. So, this was primarily because Mark and I got the same thing. It was primarily a comped treatment.
Yes.
When you're all done, I want you to ask, was it worth it?
Of course,
Go ahead.
I'd let anybody rub my back. So it's always
Oh
worth
boy.
it. But so Misty and I, we went to we had a treatment at the Aria Spa, which it was my second time going to the Aria Spa. And then we had our Fountainbleau treatment. And honestly, I mean, it was Fountainbleau is like talked up as the best spa there on the strip, and you know, even the people there were bragging about it like that. But when you walk in, it's almost got kind of like an antiseptic vibe.
Oh,
They
That's never a good thing.
and not entirely. I mean, it's not as bad as a hospital, but the lighting is very cool lighting instead of warm lighting. When I was having my massage and then I was walking around the spa, I don't want to listen to music that's got like a high beats per minute tempo to it. You know, that's not what I'm looking for. You know, I want
Doesn't sound
harps
relaxing.
and all of that, little flutes and whistles and Aria, you know, when you go in there, they have rooms there. So like when you're done, you take your shower. They've got hair dryers and they've got, you know, curling irons and everything else and all the products that you need and whatnot. When I got through at Fountainbleau, I took a shower there. I went into their like makeup vanity area and they had prepackaged bamboo combs, like combs, which on my Italian head of hair, we were sitting
Comb
there
no
for a
good.
while. It took a while because I didn't bring anything because we had been at G2E before. So I didn't carry all my stuff with me and I didn't think I had to. Had to borrow a blow dryer. And when they came to bring the blow dryer to me, they were like, "What's your name?" I was like, "Do you think I'm going to steal your blow
You
dryer?
steal the blow dryer.
I'm not going to steal your blow dryer. I just want to dry my hair." And
you do look kind of suspicious, though, obviously.
Don't
yeah,
you dare
really,
take the blow dryer,
really.
Jody. Was it on a chain? Like, did you have to, like, you know, lean into it?
Yeah, chain it to the wall. Like some
Yeah.
seedy hotel room. But yeah, so you know, the vibe was just not great. I mean, I'm not gonna say it was terrible. The facilities were nice. You know, it's a new property. The massage room was great. The massage was wonderful. It was just kind of like the little things. They need to up their game, I think, on that. Aria, amazing every time I go, and I had a facial there. And
So how does Aria and Windstar compare?
how does Aria and what?
Windstar.
And Windstar.
So honestly, nothing beats Windstar's water features. Like I haven't seen a place in Vegas yet that can compare to Windstar and their saunas and their ice rooms and their whole hydrotherapy pool that's like the size of an actual pool. And then they have some weird programmed shower that goes through this massage cycle and whatnot. On the other hand, when you're looking at Windstar and like their amenities, they are the services that they offer, they don't offer quite as much.
Yeah.
So
would you go back to Fountainbleau?
No. I've been calling it Fountainbleau. And honestly, the rest of the casino, I feel like, you know, it had that vibe. It's a weird off vibe. I wasn't feeling it. The the workout facilities were very separate from the spa, which normally they're kind of closer to each other. And yeah, and I didn't eat. You guys ate, so you can speak to that.
We ate at the tavern.
Yeah, the tavern bar and grill, I think.
Which the food was good.
The food was
The food was really good.
It's some of the best chicken tender baskets I've ever had. I mean, I wasn't expecting much, but it was really good.
I had the French dip sandwich.
Yep.
Which the meat itself was good. The sandwich was good. However, the French dip itself was almost like, it wasn't an au jus. It was almost like French onion soup consistency. It was a thicker consistency, and it was extremely salty. But it was very good. Like the meat was very good. The breading was very good. All that. But
I think what puzzled me the most about it was, I mean, Dave and I went and played. I think we played just one slot, the doubloons or whatever.
Yeah,
because it was the only one we could find in quarters.
It was in quarters.
That casino was dead. There was nobody in there. They were all in the bar. They were in the restaurants, but there was nobody in the casino. I was really surprised.
Now, I will give you that it was Tuesday at noon, but at the same time,
you go down any of the downtown strip hotels Tuesday at noon, there's still people there.
Look at Venetian. Venetian was packed.
Oh, it wasn't noon. It was later than that.
It was like 1 o'clock or so.
It was 2 o'clock. Right? It was 2:30 when we were playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were supposed to be hitting NJ, but we were late. So
we had slots.
We ran there.
Sorry, NJ.
Which we did an interview with NJ Slot Guy for Slots Fan, and that's going to be posted soon. Definitely, we'll throw you a link when that gets out, because I thought the interview was great.
That was great.
But
loved it.
Jody, I totally agree with you. It's just It's like you're in there and it's just I mean, the layout is okay, but at the same time, their game selection just isn't really good. They're
low players anyway.
Extremely high fancy. They're trying to go for they're trying to compete with Win and Venetian and Aria, and I just don't see it. I don't.
Kind of felt like they're trying to be a little bit hip, but I don't know. It was.
I think they're missing that mark big time.
Kind of off way.
And no more tier matching. They got rid of it.
They did. I didn't get to tier match.
Yeah. Good thing Dave and I did it when we did it. We had no idea. I know.
We had no idea it was ending.
Because I was thinking if Jody could do it, then she can get a spa credit too. And so we have 2 spa credits, but they said no.
I definitely say for the match, for the spa credit, the free play we got, and we still have food credit that we might use up later this year. That was the only thing that I think was worth it for that whole casino. I don't see myself making the trip to gamble there. Even if I'm at Slots of Fun, which is right across the street, I don't see myself crossing the street.
That's right.
To go
maybe to get a decent meal or something, but I mean,
that I could see, see. Clean bathroom, that kind of thing, yes. But otherwise, no, not so much.
It's tailored more towards the middle and higher end client, been gambling budget wise. Like I said, that was the only quarters I remember seeing. I mean, they have, of course, all the penny machines, but we typically don't play those. We look for, quarter machines, dollar machines, somewhere in that level, $3 to $5 max bet. That's kind of where we are. And it was hard to come by there. We saw because we were just walking towards the tavern. We're like, we're going to have to hit those up after we're done eating.
And then it was a hard time finding them because it was like we had to navigate through to find it. It wasn't like, there they are. No, it was like round the corner and hard to find.
Yeah.
They did have some things that I'd never seen before. They did have a room that snowed in the spa.
Oh, that's cool.
Misty mentioned that too. Is that actually
snowed? She was the one who showed
shaved ice.
And they had a meditation room that was it looked like the night sky in the ceiling. It was black, and they had all these LED lights that I just wish it was a little dimmer. But they had these pods that you can hold up, and so that was So
they had some neat stuff, just not wow.
Yeah, I still prefer Aria.
So would you pay for it? Pay for the treatment?
Would I pay to go there when I had a choice to go elsewhere? No.
To pay at Aria or to pay at Fountainbleau?
Pay at Aria.
Pay It Fountainbleau or Pay It Circus Circus?
Circus doesn't have a spa.
I don't know.
They probably don't.
There's a bad joke in there, and I'm not going there.
Fair
All
enough.
right, let's get to some questions here.
Yeah. Thank you, Jody.
Thank you for that
Was that a
recap, Jody.
dismissal?
You can stay if you want. I don't care.
I'll stay.
Good.
Keep my eye on
All
you.
right.
You do it anyway.
So I'm taking this one right away from Jeremy Steffen, which is super. The implosion you had, the best stream. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
That was just the best view possible. I mean, it was amazing. The dust didn't even get to that level. That's how high up it was. And no, we were not on the roof. Everyone's like, "Are you on the roof?" We were not on the roof.
Yeah.
We were in a safe space. We were not on the roof. Yeah, but it was great video, and just to see that in person, I still could not put it into words. It was just incredible.
Yeah.
Like just incredible.
It was very emotional towards the end too, because it's
I
like,
agree.
this is one of the, I think it is the oldest property, was the oldest property still left on the strip, right? Or was
Now it's a little debatable because Flamingo is technically the oldest property. However, Flamingo underwent a complete makeover. I mean, down to the steel beams.
yeah.
So can you still call it the oldest? I don't know. But so it was the oldest unrenovated property, you know, if you want to call it that. They never, you know, took it down to the beams and started from scratch. So it was the oldest property untouched. And I remember, like, if you go watch my Tropicana video, I'm getting choked up just talking about it because I remember being at Tropicana, like one of my first casinos I went to. I think it was like Fremont Street and Four Queens, and then Tropicana the next day. And that's the first place I ever saw Casino War. I remember seeing a guy playing $1,500 a hand playing Casino War, and he was playing 5 hands at a time. And I was just baffled by it. Like, it was like, wow, you know, and like that was the casino where The Godfather was set when they went to Vegas to talk about their interest. That was the Tropicana.
Yeah.
It was in several movies throughout time and all that. And it's just a great property.
Yeah.
And it was very emotional to see it.
Yeah, it was very sad.
Wow.
And especially with the drones, like right before they blew it up, it showed Tropicana, Las Vegas, you know, and it's sad to see like history like that go away. And, you know, not that I had any kind of investment into Tropicana, but
yeah,
just the fact that it was an icon and it was there for so long. I think I only went there once, and that was just to walk through it. So I didn't really have any ties to it, but still to know the history. And I think I posted this to members, but I found a video when I got back where it was a helicopter flying down the strip back in 1972, I think it was. And sure enough, you can see the Tropicana right there, and then nothing pretty much after that, just a couple little small casinos. And, you know, it was a big high rise back then. It was
a big deal.
It was very touching. Way, way, way better than I thought it was going to be. I mean, I thought it was just going to be a couple of fireworks and then boom. But I mean, they put so much effort into the drones, where they were showing the chips and showing the A's coming in, Bally's and all that stuff. And then the fireworks, how they were set off and everything. Just, I've watched that video that we did at least 5 or 6 times now. I think it's so cool to watch. So
that's really wow.
If you haven't seen it, please go watch it. I posted, you can watch the full live if you want, but I also reposted it just as it was starting. And that's in our video library. So if you haven't seen it yet, go watch it. It's crazy. It's really cool.
It was visceral too. Like,
oh, it was
New
shaking
York,
the whole
New York was shaking.
No.
Like everything was shaking.
Yeah, I was like, did they think about you know, us up here?
And I
What's
think
like,
that
this place is stable, right?
Going off.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Right when that happened.
The car alarms and everything was, yeah.
All right, so we'll move on to some more questions here. And Cecil says, I saw the video with Pinball Grand. Did it really have the 1 credit triple diamond pay table when putting in 5 credits? Yes, it did. It doesn't matter how many credits. You have to bet 5 credits in order to get eligibility for the new Grand feature. But yeah, this is the first pinball that has ever had the triple diamond base game. It's always been double diamond. So it's very interesting to see that they switched that over to triple diamond. They probably had to do it because of the math to get it to work out. But its base game is triple diamond. It's very interesting. Usually that's reserved for the original top dollar. Original top dollar is the triple diamond one. So
right, and that's usually the only one I've seen with a bonus game is top dollar.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, here's where's that one from Donna? Where'd that go? Oh, wait, here it is. Donna, did you do the tier match at Venetian? Yes, I did. Not very lucrative. It really matched me up one card level. So I was Sapphire, now I'm Ruby. There's nothing really that associated with it. They didn't give anything else away with the tier match. I do have tier match until the end of next year. So I doubt I'll renew that, but we'll see how it goes. I do like playing at Venetian. They have a good game selection. They have a great section over there where they have a bunch of old school games that they kind of put all together at the Palazzo. All of them are sort of over there now. And I've got some video with old school slot coming out. We did a challenge there, head to head. So last one was him and Mark. This one was him and I. And so it's going to be out soon. You'll see who won that one.
Awesome. I haven't even seen that. Don't tell me.
Not yet.
Keep it a surprise. And let's see. CM says, loved watching the content. I swear they remade The Odd Couple. Mark and Dave would be a hit. Love the banter they have while having fun. It's so funny. People think we're related because of the way we're always at each other's throats.
I'm Walter Matthau. I just know that.
I don't know. I think I'm more of the grump. But no, for those that haven't watched us enough, we're extremely sarcastic to each other.
Yeah.
And just like brothers would be always at each other. And it's fun. Like we're supposed to be having fun with this, right? We're not putting on a show or anything. This is just how we are. Even when the camera's not running, we're always yelling at each other for doing stupid stuff. So.
And you almost have to be like that, It's like we have some serious times, but we try not to let any of this get to where it's like consuming us.
Yeah.
This is something we do for enjoyment and we try to have fun with it. And yeah, we have to talk business sometimes, but most of the time we're just like having fun with it. Yeah. And you guys definitely can relate to that because you guys see it in us. And I think a lot of people at the event saw it firsthand. Like, this is not an act. This is how they are. And
that's right.
It was like the whole time.
Scatterbrained and erratic. Yeah, that's it.
That's pretty much it. There was this in here. From Moxie. That Sherman dude, questionable character for sure.
I agree.
This come from Moxie, who told me I'm in a yellow jacket. That was a tan jacket. That was a tan jacket. I'm looking for the guy in a yellow jacket that's tan. Yellow. Yeah, that's funny. But he did win our trip, and he stayed at the Flamingo. Said it was a great room. Glad you had a great time.
It was great meeting you finally in person.
Got to play with him at Park MGM. We low rolled it on some Wheel of Fortune as well.
All right. Good question here from Abdul. Can you explain how a budget size gives you a better play time and chances to win? Okay, let me see how I want to answer this. So everybody should be creating a budget when you go to the casino. There's no doubt in my mind. This should be something you should be doing. You should not be going in there like the Wild West saying, let's just see what happens. I've got my ATM card. That's the wrong mentality to have going into a game of chance. Okay, you got to be at least put some controls in place, and that is figuring out what your budget is. Now, we can't answer that for you, but what we can tell you is you should bring enough that you consider to be entertainment value that you would spend on a concert, a weekend away, paying for room and board, stuff like that, because that money will probably in most scenarios disappear completely. Okay, you got to be ready for that. Okay, and anybody that says that you don't have to worry about it, they're leading you down the wrong path. You got to worry about it. You should never be spending money that you should be paying other things, right? This is expendable cash. All right. So get that out of the way, figure out what that number is. And then you have to determine how long you're going to be at the casino. And that will give you some kind of guidance on how long you need to stretch it out, right? So you don't want to go on a 3-day trip to Las Vegas with a $500 budget and then take the $500 down to the casino with you on night one. That's the wrong call, right? You have to split it
Unless
up.
you want to spend the rest of the time at the pool.
Right. Unless, unless you are ready and prepared for that first night to be your gambling night, and then everything else after that is not gambling, that's fine. But most people like to spread it out, which is what we do. Okay. You don't want to be the sucker that's stuck in the room where all your friends are going to gamble because you didn't follow your rules. You blew your budget on night one. So what you need to do is figure out how long you're there and then divide that up into sessions. Okay. So if you are bringing $500, you're going to be gambling for 3 days, maybe split it up to $150 each day. And then $50 in the end for just extra, whatever you want to do with that later. But the idea is that after you spend that $150 for night one, you do not go into that night 2 and night 3 budget. You leave that alone. And if you got to get one of our time lock boxes or something to control yourself from getting that money out, that's why we sell those. But the idea is you got to focus on your budget and keep it in control throughout your entire trip. It's incredibly important. And so picking which machines to play and all that kind of stuff is kind of secondary to that. And that we could talk for the rest of the live show on that. So we will save that for another time. But what you really should focus on is what I just talked about, figuring out how much you're going to bring and then splitting it up into, dividing it into sessions, and be prepared to walk away when that session's over. Don't tap into future money or anything like that. You got to walk away. You got to take a break. Do what we do. Get up, go to a different machine, go to a different casino, go do something else, whatever. Keep the flow going like that instead of just jumping and staying at a machine until you're just chasing. You're chasing. Oh, that major is maxed out. I'm just going to keep playing until it hits. Nah, don't do that. That's how a lot of people fall victim and end up losing their bankroll very quickly. And then it sucks. A lot of people are not prepared to just walk away and leave the casino. They're like, well, I'm here for 3 more days. So what do? They take the ATM card out and they're like, I'll just take another 500 out. Nah, you can't do that. Can't do that. You chose a budget before you went to the casino. You got to stick with it. That's our best advice we can give you.
Who was it that took out cash while we were at MGM Grand? Jody. And what was that fee? It was like $10.
And I
Is that right,
explained
Jody?
myself to you.
I'm not saying you didn't bring your money along, okay, but that was like a $10
There
fee.
is one big thing missing here.
What's that?
I gave her $300 on night one,
and
then she took money out of the
Wait
ATM.
a second.
Someone needs to watch her channel more. I'm getting that more along the lines of.
She wants to explain.
Okay, let's hear the explanation.
That you won were winnings. As a couple.
No. Separate gambling budgets. No.
And so I just set it to the side.
I
think you still owe me $300.
No.
But anyway, I was getting at is the ATM fees are extremely high. I've seen as high as $30. So I've seen, and that's Caesar's Palace. Yeah. It was like you said, it was like only $10 or $12.
It was $10, I think.
Yeah.
And I just saw it as for me to get it out. I just didn't have the time. So I was paying for the convenience, and I acknowledge that.
And she didn't take any more money out. She took out her budget. That was it. Yeah.
Cherry's Jubilee was not nice to me, though.
Nah.
Wasn't nice to me either.
Donna took all the, was it Donna,
Liz, Katie, who else hit? I mean, like 7 of us hit. I'm like, it wasn't me, but it was everybody else.
Yeah, everybody was winning except us, which is great.
Yeah. Here's a good one from Anthony. Hello, if you were to get a high jackpot like $10,000, so how does the casino pay you? Anthony, it's however you want to get paid. I do recommend taking taxes out just to make it easier on the end of the year, but they will pay you in a check or they will pay you in cash. Generally speaking, if it is a low jackpot, they're a little hesitant to give you a check. They will, if you press it, just say, I want a check. They'll print you out a check, but it does take longer. So just be aware of that. But cash, check, however you want to get paid, they'll do it. They don't do Venmo. Venmo's not a thing yet, but cash or check easy. I wonder how long it will be before they start Venmoing things around.
I don't know.
I think that's a slippery slope probably there.
All right, Johnny has a technical question here. I have a question.
Uh-oh.
I have.
Yeah, brace yourself.
What's with the
folks.
uh-oh? I'll do this quickly.
Oh, technical
It
question.
always says that.
I've got the peanut gallery here in person today. Mark, I have a question. I have an S2000 double diamond haywire machine. Can I change it to $1 from 25 cents? Yes, you can. You will have to get a clear and a key chip in order to do that. You can find those on eBay pretty much everywhere. I need to find the right numbers for it. I'll look it up here in a second. But yeah, that's what you'll need to do in order to change it. And then there's a process. I do have it on. I have another channel, guys. It's called Home Slots. I haven't posted there in forever, but I do believe I have a video on there, several videos on there about how to do that. So go check that out.
I got one here from Costas Gianos. Gents, why are they so strict about filming at G2E? So, Costas, it goes down to basically most of the brands want to protect what new games are coming out. There are several games that may never see the light of day, and so they're very protection of those intellectual property. I would say at this time, IGT and Ainsworth are probably the best, with second being Blueberry. I never got a chance to get back to Blueberry to interview the guy. There was only one game they would not allow to film. It is a brand new one of their Devil games that has a pirate theme, that has absolutely great music, great bonuses. I like it a lot. Hopefully we see it very soon. But that's usually it. They want to protect their intellectual property. The biggest jerks out there are Aristocrat Gaming. They would not let anyone, and I mean anyone who is not a customer with an appointment, in their booth until Thursday.
Why are they even there?
Why are you even there? Yeah, just have everybody come to your showroom, Like, hey, we'll just come to our showroom, do that. I wish I knew why everyone wants to be so strict about it. We're seeing IGT be much better this year. I would say IGT was way better than last year. They gave lanyards to influencers so we could film. Everyone being super respectful. I gave a great talk to everybody before we went in G2E from our group, and I said, listen, you feel free to play and everything else. Just remember they're there to sell. So if somebody comes up behind you, be respectful, step aside. And I think all our people just did exactly that. And that probably made it a little more fun experience for them as well, not getting into that argument, because those salespeople can be pushy. And that's their salespeople. They're there to make money.
Yeah.
But yeah, mainly it's because they don't want those new games being seen. But
that's right.
All the other manufacturers walk around and look at everyone else's booth, and I guarantee you they have lapel cameras or whatever they got to do to steal whatever. So yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just a bad excuse.
It's
got to be seen. If they didn't want to be seen, why would it go to a big event like that? They would invite the people out to their facility to look at it.
You want it to be seen so that people order it. And what's
it's
better
a slowly
is to have
changing industry. It'll get better over time, but it's the same thing with casinos and recording. It's the same thing. Yeah.
To one of the IGT guys about, why is it so difficult to get out information from them? And while he didn't have the absolute best answer I ever heard, it was a good answer. It was, we have so many NDAs, non-disclosure agreements. We have no idea what we may or may not be violating at any time, talking about anything.
I actually do believe that.
I was like, that is a good explanation. Yeah. And because a lot of the stuff that they had said, I was like, why aren't you telling more people this? And that's his answer. And I believe that was a really good answer. I still don't know why the casinos are so tight-lipped about things, but that makes sense from a manufacturer standpoint of why they don't share more information.
Yep. Totally.
Really, probably the best explanation I've heard so far.
I think it's probably true. I mean, based on what I've seen, especially out of IGT, it's bad. It's bad. I found the two chips you need. So
There
these
they
are the
are.
two: IVC 224 and Key 45. So there you go.
Don't buy the bad chips.
Yeah, you can buy any of
From
them off
Trace
eBay.
Labs.
It'll be fine.
What's your favorite on-strip and off-strip casino? So I'm gonna go first. Easy. Park MGM is my favorite on-strip casino. Off-strip casino, it's Four Queens. I mean, it's just there's so much fun stuff to play there.
Yeah,
Like so much fun stuff.
I would say
Although
New York for me, and then Four
I
Queens.
am staying at New York on our next trip. I already booked it just in case it goes through, because I did enjoy playing a lot at New York. It was a great time this last time. It really was.
I think even though it's a smoking property, it doesn't feel like it because the ceilings
It was
are so
not
high.
bad this time at all.
It's not bad. So
yeah.
Yeah.
There's only one time where it was very smoky, and that was like at 2 a.m. or whatever. So that's understandable when it's absolutely huge, packed. I think that was Saturday night as well. Yeah. It was packed.
I woke up with a headache the next morning. So did he.
Yeah.
I hate waking up with like your sinuses are just like I can't breathe, everything else.
It's my typical first night in Vegas anyway. Yeah. I don't know what it is, but it's such an adjustment. We're 2 hours ahead here, plus the humidity is like plus 70% out here compared to Vegas. It's not that extreme, but it's such a different atmosphere. It's really hard to get to sleep and stay asleep. Four Queens is amazing. I mean, guys, if you're I had somebody ask me just the other day, hey, I'm going to Vegas for the first time. Where should I stay? And I actually recommended staying on Fremont Street for 2 reasons. One, no resort fees. Guys, the resort fees are pushing $50 now on the Strip. Your room rate might be $29 or $39, but the $50 resort fee is ridiculous, right?
I think Golden Nugget does have resort fees.
Golden Nugget, okay.
Yeah, but they're high.
But I know Four Queens doesn't. So, Four Queens is a great. I can't speak to the rooms. Never had a room there or anything. I know they're going through some renovations right now. I think Proud Monkey told us that. But the casino there is just, if you typically like playing at the quarter, 50-cent range, they have plenty of stuff to choose from there. And that's what we liked so much about it, is that do you ever feel like you go to a casino and you're like stuck with like 3 or 4 games because it's the only ones they have at the denomination you want to play? And even Parking MGM is like that too. I mean, there's only so much at that level. Same at New York. But Four Queens just opens things completely. They have triple diamond, double diamond, all those old bonus games. They're all in quarters, 50-cent dollar you pick. The silver strikes are back. They're fun to play. Get those collector coins. You can turn them in for cash if you want to, but I like to collect them. I think it's cool. So it's just a fun little property. It's not big, but it's got what you want, especially if you're a low limit player like we are. So good place to be.
Okay, so from Proud Monkey, everywhere downtown has resort fees except for Four Queens and Vineyards.
Oh, okay.
So everyone else does, but they are lower. Okay. And I do know that they're willing to waive their resort fees, though. So
the other
whereas
places,
the Strip is not willing. Period. Not willing.
Yeah.
And it's almost difficult. It's like I used to be able to get Caesars to waive the resort fee. So I'm like, look, I'm not using the gym. I'm here to gamble. But then when they started like, hey, Wi-Fi is included in that, and you can't waive that. It'd be hard for everybody, for the people who use the pool or don't. So like, all right, whatever. It does get to be difficult.
That's right.
And then there's another one here. From C. McElroy. Did you get the $40 or $40 for buying stuff from different MGM properties? Can you advise how the promotion works, please? Okay. So the promotion is on the website. However, you have had to have gotten an email about it, so the offer applies to you. This is very confusing. It'll be in your app, and it'll show you the progress to that. So like Liz had the offer. It showed the progress of as she hit different properties, and it automatically gave it to her. I did not have the offer, apparently, even though you can see it on the website. It is available to everybody. but apparently didn't have the offer. So it was definitely difficult. They still gave me the points, but since it wasn't an offer for me, it was very difficult. So make sure you have that offer available ahead of time. I can't tell you how to go get the offer. It's just one of those things that gets emailed to you. But if you're able to find somebody at the rewards desk and talk them into giving you the points, good luck to you. It took me about 45 minutes, but the lady finally said, okay, and she gave me some points. So I was like, I just want some points. That's it.
They're pity points.
I'll take pity points.
Yeah, absolutely.
No shame here. I got points.
And Gary Slots, I know you're asking a lot of questions in here. I'm trying to pick a good one. So I was at Hard Rock Casino Tampa today and asked the slot guys if they have top dollar grand machine. They said, no, not yet. Keep asking.
I know it's coming. Top dollar grand or the new pinball was coming to Tampa early. So it's coming to there soon.
Oh, okay.
I know Yamava was getting it, and they mentioned like 5 other properties. I believe Tampa was one of them. So it is coming
soon. Keep
or
asking.
They have it in the back, and they just haven't
put it out yet. Yeah.
Which is super typical.
Linda Murray says, what are the best places to find more old school slots like Scarab? That used to be a favorite of mine. That's a kind of a recent slot, if I'm thinking of the same one. I've seen that one around still.
It's like the old version.
I don't remember the one that predates the one that's out now.
The video one, right? The
only
5-line
one I know
video
of is the new one where the gems collect, and then you have the 10th spin that turns them all wild. That's the only one I know of.
Yeah.
But maybe there was an older one. I don't know, Linda. That's a good question. Sorry, I don't know.
But where to find games like that? I mean, you really just need to look around. In Vegas, downtown is the place to go to sort of like have everything around you to find it all. If you go off the strip, Green Valley Ranch, South Point, Samstown, those are great places to find a lot of old school games. M Resort, Durango Station, all those, they don't really have a lot of them. They're mainly newer properties. So Green Valley Ranch, South Point, Samstown, going to have your games.
Absolutely. All right, guys.
Leon. One more from Leon here.
Okay.
Hi, Dave and Mark. It was a pleasure to meet you guys in person at Circus Circus. Thanks so much for the swag. Definitely glad you guys like the swag, the little candies and everything for the Smarties. We do have Smarties shirts coming out soon. We're working on it because that was another thing that was asked for was how come we don't have any Smarties merch? Working on it. But it was so great talking to all you guys and meeting everybody. And what really got me, Mark, was we were there for gifts for everybody. We had all these bags and everything else.
I know, and everybody was
bringing us gifts.
Wasn't expecting.
I mean, it's like little things like that, and it means a lot. Like it was just like was not expecting that at all. Like it was great.
Very
and you're going to be
sweet,
seeing some of those things. Yeah, it was so great.
That's why I think we just have a big family here, and it means the world to me. It really does.
And NJ brought that up as well, is that you guys seem like a family. Like he was at our event, and he's just like, this isn't what I get. This is you guys got like people who know you and talk to you and everything else. Both Katie and Donna were nice enough to do interviews with Slots of Fun, Slots fans, and they had some great things to say. And those guys that Matt, the guy who interviewed, he mentioned that to me later. He's like, you built something here, and I'm like, it just kind of happened. We have great people.
Yeah, we didn't do it by design.
Yeah,
it's awesome. It's awesome. Well, we had a great time tonight, guys. Thank you so much. 2 shout outs. I always like to do shout outs to Slots Channels, Majestic Slots, and of course, Low Budget, High Limit Slots. I watch you all the time, buddy. And thanks so much for joining us in the chat today. Really do appreciate it. Guys, we had a very active show tonight. We really do. Thank you for coming. And we do this every single Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Time. So we hope to see you then. But as always, on the way out, if you can click that subscribe button and ring that bell, because you never know when we're going to go live. Check the thumbs up, whatever.
Happy birthday, the slot player.
Oh,
happy
slot
birthday,
player. Oh, happy birthday. It's my birthday today. Well, happy birthday. I know it's almost over, but I hope you have a good rest of the evening. Awesome. 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 All right, guys. See you later. As always, gamble smart.
Gamble safe.
Gamble safe. There we go.
All right. Jody said it today. All right. Thank you so much, guys. we will see you on the next stream.